7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
I'm telling you, it's artificial. It's the only way to go.
Oh, crap. Wait, what?
Oh, hey! Man, oh, man, oh, man.
Whoops.
Welcome to We Be Tailin. This is We Be Tailin. Yeah, see, when you get us so flustered, John, golly.
Fly bait. I'm not going to tell you again.
Artificial fly fishing,
Whatever.
John. That is the way to do it. Artificial fly fishing is the way to do it.
We don't do fly fishing, bro.
No?
No. Bull crap.
This is We Be Tailin. I'm Captain Eric Hasty, and this is...
John King.
We're going to have a good show for you tonight. We were cutting up a little bit there before the show just to, get the juices flowing, John. Get the juices flowing. As usual, we're shooting live in beautiful downtown Inglis here inside Captain's Cove Outfitters. Got a good show. We're going to talk about the weekend fishing. We got the belt. We got some Captain's Corners. Going to talk about John's Nemesis.
I've caught 5 of them over 30, 40 years of fishing.
I'm trying really hard
to catch number 6.
Yeah, should be a good show. I don't know. It's we don't talk about it a lot because it's really not something you and I fish for a lot. I mean, I know that you do try to do it occasionally, and when you try, it seems to you struggle. I guess fail. Maybe is the right word.
I try and I fail.
I don't really try. I don't profess to be that kind of guide. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the heart to have my hand out at the end of the trip if you don't even get a jump or a hook up and go,
that's a
$1,500, please.
That's a tough one. But
that's so it's.
But there's the following. Tarpon has a following.
No, they love it. They love it.
Yeah, Tarpon and sharks, like you said, like we were talking about earlier. Yep. Tarpon and sharks have a following.
Yep. You need to catch them artificial.
Shark fly fishing, yeah, baby. Bait,
live bait's where it's at. Even dead bait, I don't.
Dead bait, yeah. All right, we'll get there.
But we'll get there, John. All right, let's do a little check-in. See if anybody's on. I know Denise was on there early. You can't beat
camping
Denise. Out. So let's see here, John. Scroll back up. Yep. So Denise was first. Yo, Taylors. Let's see. Tyler says, did someone say tarpon?
Tyler likes them tarpon.
Yep. Casey wants to know where to poon at. There we go.
It's a club.
Yeah.
Up in the club.
Up in the club. Chris is on. Let's see. Karrie is on. Good evening. Dale is there. Howdy, Taylors. Got to hit 400. That's right, buddy. We're getting close. We're knocking on 400's door. That's so close. Jim of Jim's Jigs is on. There we go. What's up, buddy? There's Doug. David is on. I'm sure he wants to hear all about your Nemesis. Let's see. DJ is on. What's up, buddy? Kev Dog. Evening, Taylors. Kev Dog, there's good news in the horizon. I can't really talk about it,
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
But Kevin, don't worry.
Don't fret yet, yet. Don't fret just yet.
Think everything's going to be all right.
We need round 2, right? Ring the bell in round 2. We're out of round 1.
All right, Dan is on. Bonnie with State Farm's watching. There's Bill. Dale, just like mom and dad. Thomas and Cindy are on. Rick's there. Oh, life wouldn't be the same without those two faces Wednesday night. I need a drink. I'd need a drink too if I was looking at these faces.
We put him to drinking. Our job here is done here. We can go now. We made somebody drink.
Yeah, Miss Napoli is on. There we go. Justin's on. Laura.
Yeah, why the cold? I hate the cold.
Yep. Mr.
Messed
Wood.
up the fish too.
Yep. Oh, it's been a week, boy. I tell you what.
That cold front did something to those fish.
Why the cold? Because we're in Florida in March, and March is the month that it just can't make up its freaking mind.
Yeah, that's very true too.
So there we go. So John, we got some people looking, So first off, before we get too deep into anything, we mentioned it last week, and now we're here in the midst of it. So daylight saving time has done its thing, and it sucks. It does. I'm still not used to it. I drank a lot of coffee today. Stomach got upset. I'm tired, but I'm jittery. I hate this time of year. I just wish they would get here, stay like this, and be done.
Yes. Leave it alone.
Yep. Now, we brought it up last week, and we just want to confirm, or we want to see if everybody's on the same page. Typically this time of year, we switch from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. What? Denise has to be in bed.
Yep,
she can do early. She can't be that late.
These are the days of our lives.
So, let us know if give us the thumbs up if you want us to go to 8 o'clock next week.
It's over. Denise says 8.
Yeah. Give us the thumbs up if you want to go to 8.
10, so we're good. And
the thumbs down if you want us to stay at 7. And then we'll kind of calculate those up. Yep. And I'm guessing everybody's going to want to go back to 8 o'clock. But this show is for you guys, and girls, the tailors. We don't like to dictate exactly what's going to happen. We just go with the flow.
That's right.
Try to bring you what we think you want. So.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
I don't know if they go more than one thumb. Does that count more?
5 votes from Dale. Depends on if we're voting for an election or just for this. Yeah, election, that would be 5 votes. This is just 1. Yeah. So, thumbs down from Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, now there's a zillion. Oh,
thumbs
man.
Up. See, I told you it's election time.
The consensus is...
It's all 8. Bobby P is out.
Yep.
See, Bobby P tried to vote twice, too. See, he got one with the 7 and one with thumbs down.
Well, there you go. So
8 o'clock it is.
From the early results right here, John, the exits polls show that 8 o'clock is going to be. So let's make a note that we will go back to 8 o'clock for next week. And we get it. The sun's still out. Everybody should still be out in the yard doing something, fishing, doing whatever the case might be. We get it. So we understand that. All right. Well, cool beans. John, last week we also talked about that mud boat and that mud boat being for sale.
Get gone.
I wish I had it. That temperature dropped. I think everything pushed back again for a little bit, but it gone. It's sold. So thanks to everybody that took a look at it or do whatever. But it came, it went, it was gone as pretty much as soon as it
got sold.
We bought it in January and flipped it, and it's gone. Yep. So we're looking for bigger, better. That was a great little boat, but when my big self was in it with 2 clients, it was everything that poor little boat could do to go. So we're going to try to get for something a little bit bigger for next season. Uh-oh, what you got?
Tyler wants a recount.
Tyler wants a recount.
Wait,
Tyler's always. Yeah.
Tyler, we have late votes coming in tomorrow. You may win, but the election's already over. It's already over.
The write-in ballots.
The write-in ballots will be in tonight at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, God.
There we go. So there we go.
Oh, wait a minute. I found some more votes in this Engel live bait cooler. There's a whole box of them right here.
Oh, goodness. All right, John. So let's see here. We, with all this wind we've got going on, it's a good time to talk about the old Caddycan here, John, because the Caddycan holds trash in your boat and keeps it where it needs to be. We've had a lot of people get on my boat, wonder what that was, where they could get one. You could get one at caddycan.com. And if you put in coupon code UC10, you can get 10% off your order. And like I said, with all this wind going on and everything, John, a bucket just isn't going to get it done. Your trash is going to go everywhere. You put that trash in that caddy can.
It stays.
And it stays until you take it out.
It stays right in there. Yeah, it doesn't blow.
And I know we've got a few tailors that have ordered it and have it. I know Rick and Laura have it. Maybe they could chime in and tell us what they think about it. I know they liked it on my boat. You know, give them a ring. Kind of keep that trash, you know, keep it in the boat. Keep it. You know, don't get out there and pollute our waters. I hate going by and seeing things floating or do whatever. I try to stop and pick up. I know you're the balloon collector. You really like to pick up those balloons, but and you could pop those and put those in the caddy can.
That's right.
Easy
Pop
peasy.
them, put them in the can where they belong.
There we go.
Quit littering.
All right, John. So we knocked that out of the park. Let's see here. Just in case you've been living under a rock, Shasty McNasty Fishing has teamed up with Lickety Split Charters, and we're doing the offshore stuff. We're taking reservations now for like red snapper season coming up in June. June dates are doing really well. We mentioned last week that we had a couple that we kind of set off to the side, and we had 4 slots available. We're down to 3, so we've got 3 slots available for June 12th, I think is a Monday. We got 3 more spots to fill in on that split trip. So if you'd be interested, always thought you wanted to do that trip, couldn't afford, you know, taking the boat by yourself, but if you got $433,
You in on the split trip.
you could go in. So give me a shout, message me, call me, whatever the case might be. You know how to get in touch with me by now. CaptainEricHasty@gmail.com. Shasty McNasty Fishing on Facebook. Or you could text or call 352-220-3206. I already got several of you tailors lined up, and I appreciate that. You're on the books. We're excited about that. Some of you I've even got on 2 trips. So that's awesome. That's real good.
That's some serious offshore fishing on the Lickety Split.
It is. So we're looking forward to that. Let's see here, John. So we're whipping right through this. I kind of thought that might have taken a little bit to get through, but
Tarpon's going to be like me catching them. It's going to take a long time to talk about them. Oh boy.
So, John, we got a couple of captain's corners here, and they're coming from a lot of our regulars. We got Jessica coming up, and Rick sent one in as well. But I'm always scheming, and I'm always trying to keep the show from growing stagnant. You know, we want to keep things fresh. We want to keep things going. And as we stated earlier, a lot of what we do for the show, we do for the viewers, for you guys. We do this Captain's Corner, kind of make you guys little YouTube famous for a little bit, get you out, let everybody see what you're doing. I'm thinking about, you know how we would, and we still do, occasionally bring on some guests, other captains, all that other good stuff, you know, and come in and interview them and kind of do all that. Thinking about doing it for some of our tailors. And just bring them in, have the tailors meet the tailors, hear what they really got to say.
Bring a tailor on.
Yep.
B-A-T-O. Bato.
Bato.
Bring a tailor on.
There you go.
Bato. We're going Bato.
So, if that's something that you might be interested in, joining John and I on the mic, you know, for a little bit, and give us a fishing report, you know, kind of like you would do for Captain's Corner.
I want to bring Tyler on.
Yeah.
So he can tell me those spots where he blindfolds me at.
Yeah. Well, he'd have to tell me too, and then
That's
everybody
what I mean.
else.
That's we need Tyler. We need Tyler.
So I'm sure that I know we would probably have a few people game for that, but I think
You've already got 2.
so.
You've already got bring a 2 tailors on.
Yeah. There we go. So one of them I thought would be game was definitely game.
She was
it
first.
Didn't take her long.
She was first, and Dougie was second because he said he'll give his wife the keys to the board, let her mow the grass, and he'll come talk on the show. Now, I don't know if she's down with that, but
yeah, there we go. So all right, so that seems like it might be a good idea. So stop humming.
Oh, I did it! I heard it. A lady on the phone with me was humming, and I told her, I said, "You're humming." She goes, well, sometimes when you call me, you hunt. I was like,
She knows.
Ooh.
She
I was
knows.
like, ooh, burn. We double burned each other.
There we go. So like I said, I just thought that might be a cool thing to do, you know, have the Tailors on. And
Laura said she'll come on too.
Yeah.
We got 4.
See. So let's
And Tyler, he's ducking us.
All right, perfect gifts for sure. Oh, the Caddycan.
The Caddycan.
There we go. Yeah.
The gift that keeps on taking.
Yeah, yeah. So,
See? That's the taking of the trash.
Yep, there we go. So yeah, Rick said he's mentioned before, have a Tailor throw out some non-guide info. You know, some of that super secret reverse zombie dog
Well,
stuff.
that's what it is, because you know, sometimes what they're doing, you ain't doing, and you can learn a lot from somebody who's not doing the same old over and over again.
What's that commercial say? You can learn a lot from a dummy.
That's right.
I mean, they're referring
They're
to the
not dummies.
crash test.
Yeah, the
dummy,
crash test
you
dummy.
know? So good deal. So that sounds like something we
You
might
let me on here.
You know what? Yeah. you were my first choice.
That's right. You were my first dummy. Hey, dummy! I think that's the way you put it to me, too. You called me up, you said, hey, dummy. I was like, what?
I said, John, I got this idea to do this, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I said, would you be interested? And with all the excitement in the world, you went, yeah.
That's Casey. Casey. He said, I'll come on here and tell y'all how not to catch
That's
fish.
right,
And
yeah.
see, that could work,
Yep,
Casey, because then people won't do that.
Yeah, if you're working that artificial bait
that's
like
right.
this,
Yep.
you're not going to catch it.
that could work, Casey. Oh, man. See, everybody is needed for certain situations.
But I mean, I know who I would call if I wanted to learn how to weld something. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I know who I'm going to call for a weld job.
Because I can make metal stick, but I wouldn't call it welding.
That's right. Yeah, I can make, what do they call that? Bird crap welds. I can make bird crap welds.
Oh, Lordy. Well, there we go.
And I think I may have gone blind back in the day when they told you not to look. And what was I doing, little kid, going,
Stare
why
at
are we
it.
not supposed to look at that, Dad?
Worse than staring into the sun. All right. So with that, John, let's go ahead and Captain's Corner, getting back to the actual Captain's Corner, is where you, the Tailors, film yourself, obviously sideways with a camera like this. You film yourself, giving a little fishing report about the area you're fishing, what you might be catching them on. We're not looking for the exact GPS coordinates, just, you know, like Jessica says, I'm in Chaz, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's all we're looking for. We'll put you on here.
Basic knowledge.
15 to 30 seconds, and boom, it's just like that. You're YouTube famous for a minute. So let's take a look, see what Jessica has to say. You ready for this?
Go.
Jessica, Captain's Corner, fishing North Chaz, using a swim bait today and some shrimp on the bottom. I got a nice 24 on shrimp. Tide's coming in. It's a little windy out here today. Tight lines, have fun.
All right, there we go. So you could hear on that microphone, it might have been a little blustery out her way as well. I know we've been dealing with the wind, I think, since the number 3 popped up into the date.
March winds bring April showers, being May flowers, right? Something like that.
Something like
the
that.
Ides of March.
But it is, yeah, we are definitely. Hey, as a matter of fact, E2 Brute, we are in the midst of the Ides of March right now. So there you go. But good information right there, coming to you from the Chaz area. And then let's see what old Rick has to say. You ready for this one?
Ready.
Here we go.
Hey everybody, it's Rick and Laura up near Horseshoe, in between Horseshoe and Swanee River, catching some reds. Want to try out my brand new Check It stick from Bonnie at State Farm.
And Jessica.
I'm sorry. Jessica knows this was a wonderful thing. Let's see what this thing is. Cute little 20 and an 8th. 20 and an 8th, high tide. Live shrimp from Pease 2.0 and Jim's Jig. No, I'm sorry. That's Fat Boy Jig in there. Anyway, Tailors, have a great day. We'll see you Wednesday night.
All right, good job there, Rick. You got to fire your camera person, but other than that,
Rick put it on a stick.
So, that was if you missed a couple of episodes, that was when Jessica won. But I think she's got a stockpile, probably 20 Check-It sticks by now. So she donated that one to Rick because Rick's been trying to win one for a while.
Taylor's
so I mean,
helping
that's
Taylor's.
helping Taylor's. How awesome is that?
That's pretty incredible.
That's good stuff. I gotta love it.
Can't lie about that.
You gotta love it, John. You
Yep.
gotta love it. Anybody got anything good to say in the comments there? Are you studying that? Is that what
Yeah,
you're looking
Laura
at?
said she's not fired.
She's not fired. can't kick her to the curb so quick. She says March is in like a lion and out like a lamb. Well, it needs to get its ass out of here. That's for
Yes,
sure.
it does. Get
Yeah.
with the winds. Get with the cold.
Yeah. Casey says I'll bring my helmet so I can hide my face.
Oh no! Golly! Oh man!
Yeah. Well, that's and I was always told that I had a face for radio, and then here we are. We've thrown Rick to drinking. Oh Lord,
man!
So there you go, Captain's Corner. Send us something. Send it to CaptainEricHasty@gmail.com, Shasta Nasty Fishing on Facebook, or text me, or whatever, 352-220-3206 there, John. Now, John, I got to tell you, if you enjoy what we're doing for you, and you like this kind of broadcasting, and John and I's banter back and forth, and cutting up in the beginning of the show. Artificial, no, live bait. If you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, John, because we need some more subscribers. We're knocking on the door of 400. We're almost there, John. Don't be scared. Hit it. We got big shout out to Troy. He's our newest subscriber, but we want to see some more.
That's right.
And then, of course, if you subscribe while the show's on, and you're on this page, it goes. And you get a little a little
special.
Fanfare and all kind of good stuff.
You're special.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Doesn't cost nothing. Just hit that button. Just hit it, John. And what? The like and the share. What are all the buttons, John? You know the buttons. You got no idea, do you?
Subscribe. Like. Share.
Smiley faces. Are there smiley face buttons? Hit the smiley face buttons.
I don't know. I don't think there are any of those on this.
Is it swipe to the right? Do that one.
Frowns. Frowns. We got frowns.
Oh, Lordy. All right. Well, good deal. So, John, moving right along, we're coming up to the belt. And I don't know if you recall, but we had a lot of participation in the belt last week.
We got a lot of snookies coming in.
We had some 20s, and then we had some upper 30s.
Do we have a 40?
Everything was looking real good.
Oh, boy.
And
whoa.
I think Andrew was sitting pretty there. I mean, he had a nice one. He did.
A big snook.
He did, but you know how this game's played, John.
Oh, boy.
It's competition, and people take this seriously. So, John,
boy.
first time you ever watched the show and you don't know what we're talking about the belt.
So you use one of those Check-It sticks that guy just told you about named Rick. You get that thing, you put it on your boat because you got to check your fish's size. You catch the fish of the month, which this month is a snook. You lay him on that stick, you take a picture of him, you take a picture of yourself holding him, and you send it into Eric.
Yep.
And then you can be the title belt holder of the month at Captain's Cove with bragging rights for the belt.
Yep. And speaking of them bragging rights, John, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's look at Bill. Bill was our winner last month for the trout, with that 21-inch trout.
Nice one.
So there we go. So boom, he is last month's winner. We'll look at him for the rest of the month, but congratulations there, Bill. But John, as we stated, this is a competition. Competition gets heated when it comes to these snook, John.
They do.
But Andrew, you're going to have to go out and try again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That big snook got beat.
Ooh, man. So old Samuel right there, has come in with a 42.5-inch snook. Congratulations. If you weren't already part of the 40 Club, you are now.
in the club.
Yep. So
Up in the club.
42.5 inches is
Yeah,
the
that one don't
the
count.
new.
It don't count.
Why does that one not count?
It's dark.
Was there a daylight savings time rule that I wasn't aware of?
No. No. Just trying to help Andrew out.
Yeah.
That's a darky snook. We can't do that. He said dark. I don't know. I can't even tell what that fish was.
Yeah. Well, he had the flash on it pretty good because I could see that
I
42 and a
can
half.
see the raisin stripe. Yeah, I can see the raisin stripe. That's a pretty good one.
So that is a beast.
Man.
Uh-oh. Mike Stevens. All right, there we go. Mike Stevens subscribed.
Did it spin around?
It did.
There it goes.
Yeah,
Look at there.
yeah,
Spin around.
So-
Late on my phone.
That's you got the delay on your.
I got the delay. Shows you how slow my phone is.
There we go.
And this is a 23. It should be doing faster
There
things,
you
but
go. No. But
No.
Mike, big shout out to you right there, buddy. We'll get to look at you until the next one comes up right there on the bottom of the screen. But we appreciate you hitting that subscribe button.
Yep.
And got us even closer.
Even
to
closer
400.
to 400. Where we at now?
We're knocking on the door. That's going to be like 398,
398.
maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're getting
2 more and we're at
getting
400.
there.
We're going to give away a car.
The toy
At 400.
car, maybe.
Yeah, Matchbox.
Something. Yeah.
Could be a fine Matchbox.
So we gotta love that. so let's see. That's a toad, Justin says right
No,
there.
it was a snook.
That's gonna be hard to beat for sure, Dale says. Yeah. Tyler's jealous. Nice hook, Sammy. Oh, Thomas says he missed the start, but you're here now.
Oh, boy, did you mess
Thomas,
up on the
you
miss
have
of this one.
No idea what you have missed to this point, buddy. Man, it has been a doozy. It's been a good one. I mean, look, I'm heavy breathing. It's been so good.
Whoa.
Well, it could be because it's cold outside, and then
hot
in
in
here
here.
it's warm, and I
It's
got
hot
this
in
Salt
here.
Life hoodie on, and it's
It is
keeping that
kinda warm in
it's
here.
keeping the light and everything, really toasted.
It's kind of warm in here. Oh man!
So, John, you know where that's going to take us now?
Right into the new tournament.
Yes.
Okay.
So, it's time to talk about Bonnie with State Farm. If you haven't got your quote from Bonnie at State Farm yet, you need to call her or one of her team at 352-484-0905. Bonnie will do her best to save you some money. I mean, she has saved a lot of our tailors some money up to this point, and
Picked
she could
another one up
probably
the
do
other
it for
day.
you as well.
Yep,
you
she
know,
picked
so-
another one up the other day in John
Yep.
Wa.
Yeah.
Chanot
Chanot
found out that he
yeah.
could save money with Bonnie.
There you go. So Bonnie has a tournament coming up, and it's still a good ways off, but we're spreading the news
spreading the
right
news.
here. Yep. So this is
Start spreading the news.
Saturday, October 7th, 2023, Fishing for Freedom tournament. This is to help out the veterans here, and I think this is going to be a real special event. A lot of information on that. I think she's got. Is there a Facebook page for this yet? Or I know she's got.
We spread around the. She's got everything done. I don't know. She'll have to answer that, but
Yeah.
she's got everything done where it's going to be and all that stuff. So it's all been lined out. So she may have one or fixing one.
I know she had the event.
Yep.
So there is an event.
There is an event,
you know, and you can subscribe.
put on
or
there and
you
say
can
going.
say that you're going or not going. But I didn't know if there's already been like a Facebook page dedicated to this tournament yet set up.
Did you,
know,
did
so we
you
can-
see this?
Nope.
She wrote 9 policies last week to tailors. 9.
Winning.
9.
Winning.
9.
So somebody's
So,
listening.
so they're
Somebody's paying
listening and
attention.
learning that that's how you make, you save money. You get insurance and you save money with Bonnie. And
Yep.
it's we're not joking. I mean, I did. You go there to save money, and Bonnie makes it right for you. So do it.
Well, there you go.
What do you got to lose?
And by helping Bonnie, you're helping
Everything.
our sponsors, which
Yep.
by in turn help you. And it just
She
it's
gives
a
away
never
stuff.
ending.
It's a revolving door.
It is.
That's how it's supposed to work. Friends.
Speaking of which, I
You.
went to the breakfast station the other day,
Uh-oh.
And what day was this? This was Monday. So I had to go to the DMV to renew my captain's license. We got to do that every year. So that was $400 and some odd, just
You spent $400 at the breakfast station?
No,
the hell'd you eat?
No. Well, the lady sitting next to me probably thought I did, as big as my plate was. But yeah, gentlemen come from the back, and I was sitting at the bar. They were crowded, and
They are.
They're normally crowded, but they were really
they're
crowded.
busy.
And it's Mondays. You know how everybody's closed on Mondays for whatever reason. So that was they were really crowded. So I sat at the bar. And two ladies came and they sat next to me there at the bar, and this gentleman come out and he says, "Hey, that's Captain Eric Hasty," and I'm like, and I was looking, I was like, I had a Weeby Tailin shirt on, I was like, that knows me by name. So then the lady's like, "I didn't know I was sitting next to a celebrity." I said, "You're not." But yeah, he come out to talk to me, and I appreciated that. He watches the show. He
nice.
came to the last shindig that we had, and we talked about fishing, for a little bit, and then got to talk to the ladies there. They were tourists from Ohio. They were getting ready to go swim with the manatees and everything.
Oh, cool.
But there again, it's just awesome to be, recognized from the show and get to talk to our tailors. So big shout out there. So that was the breakfast station there in Crystal River. So that just popped back into my head.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
But yeah, no, that sponsors helping sponsors and everything coming around full circle. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
See what you could do for this tournament. Bonnie's done excellent things for us in the past, helping out our show over and over and over again. So let's see about getting in and fishing this tournament.
I'm trying to figure out something to donate. I just can't figure out the route I'm going to take because it's for veterans, and
sure.
You know how I like that. And,
yeah.
So, and on that note, I finished my museum at the house. So I just want to let you all know.
You got it to a point.
No, I would never finish it, but all the stuff that I have from all the wars is all displayed now. Yeah. And it took me 2 weeks to pull out all the stuff that I have acquired. And it's all displayed really nice. So I'm going to be filming that so that you guys can see what some of this stuff was like back in those days, from the Civil War all the way up to World War II. And a lot of this stuff was being thrown away by family members, which I can't believe, and I saved it. Yeah. And because I just can't let that kind of history go. But that'll be coming up soon. Yeah. If y'all want to see some really cool stuff.
I've seen some pictures, and it's very interesting. I mean, one, you have a lot of stuff.
I do.
But to see,
I don't
how
have
you
that
kind of
much
got it
compared to what I've been seeing.
Sure.
But I do have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But that's neat.
Yeah.
So, John, we got one of these questions on here that I just love. Rick asks, "Okay, I've got 2 phones and 1 laptop. How do I tip if I wanted to?" All right.
Ooh, I know. Let me see if I know how. So on each and every one of these devices, you tip from. So you start with your first phone and you tip. You hit that little tipping button and you tip. And then, Rick, on your second phone, you hit the little tip button. That's not how you do it?
I like where you're going.
Oh, my bad. I'll let you explain it.
I like where
think
you're
you
going
know better
with
than what I'm talking about.
No. So, like if you're on your computer or whatever the case might be, you'll have a description of the show, and what's all going to happen. And if you keep scrolling down, or where it clicks and says more, you'll scroll down and you'll see all the list of the sponsors and everything there. Somewhere in there, it has a link that it says you can click this link to tip. So you go click on that link, and then, you tip. And of course, if we're on this page that you're looking at now, the golden grouper comes and dances around. It's a neat little spectacle.
Yep.
So.
And Tyler knows how to do it. So instant message him, because he's an anonymous tipper. He's the great anonymized tipper and phone caller.
Yep. Okay, so Bonnie says she has typed the Facebook page twice.
Because you're the admin. So probably what Bonnie's trying to do is type in what she gets to go to her link. But because you're an admin on this, it won't take a link, right?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is. So you can put the link on there for her, I think, but it's going to take you to do it.
Okay.
Well, I don't even think it would let me do it.
Well, that's fine. Well, and like I said, we've got a lot of time still to figure this out, but... So if you type the name of the tournament in Facebook, you'll find it.
Yeah, so that's the best way.
And again, so again, that is. Let me get back here where I can see.
There's Tyler.
There's Tyler. He's calling now.
Y'all got me bait.
Yeah. So let's see. It is Tyler.
That's Tyler.
There we go. So, yeah, Fishing for Freedom tournament. There you go. So that's type that in Facebook and it will come up. So good job. so Tyler was testing to see if we were actually inside Captain's Cove.
Yep. You can't believe anything on a green screen. You don't might not know what's happening.
There you go.
It's LOL.
All right. Well, good deal, John. So, Bonnie, again, big shout out. Thanks for all that you do, and that tournament's going to be fun. Let's see.
Oh, man.
What Tyler said one day somebody will answer. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to put the phone up here.
No, you missed this one. Tyler's cousin leaves John's tips on his truck.
That's an
he leaves
oldie.
a couple different things on there.
That's an oldie but goodie right there.
Yeah, he leaves a couple different things on my truck. Oh, man.
Oh, Lord. All right, John. Well, there you go. So moving right along here. Well, good news. It's time to talk about Salt Life, John. And interesting news right there. We just re-upped with Salt Life for another year. So Shasta McNasty Fishing is still sponsored by Salt Life for a whole another year. And by proxy, that's We Be Tailing as well. So big shout out to them for everything that they do and helping me, my business, and the show. There we go. Tyler tipped. All right. Thank you, Tyler. So that's how it works, everybody.
Just like that.
We knew Tyler knew how to do it.
He gotten rusty. The golden grouper.
And then, of course, as you can see at the bottom, it puts your name and the amount that you tipped right there. Yeah. So
I think Tyler took $1 out of your account.
Well,
it says minus $1.
It actually does.
Tyler took $1 out of your account.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to put a stop to that.
That's funny.
Before it gets too far.
Yeah. There goes another
There's
dollar.
only $1.75 in that account.
Oh,
they'll have me the negative quick.
Oh man, Tyler's got a tournament this week and he needs some gas money.
There you go.
Taking dollars out.
So, oh Lordy, let's see. There's another question on there. PayPal, yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, you gotta have a PayPal account, I guess. Yeah. So that's how most of this stuff on the internet works nowadays. That darn PayPal.
PayPal. Pay your pal.
There we go.
Is that how that all started?
But John, back to Salt Life here. Let's go ahead and hear a word from our sponsor and roll from there. All right, we're back again. Big shout out to Salt Life for everything that they do. Like their apparel, like I said, wear obviously quite a bit of it. This is definitely warm.
You got to be hot because I'm hot.
So not only do you have Salt Life in a lot of the stores and everything that you go to, Salt Life has their own retail shops now. They've got saltlife.com. that we're getting ready to give you a code for, John, that you could get 20% off your next order. And I think we're going to give that code away right now. Now, this is a one-time use code only. Only one person gets to use this code, so you got to be the first one to put it in when you place your order.
20%.
Put it in that coupon code area right there, and if you're the first one, you'll get 20% off your order.
Let's see if the letters have anything to do with the show tonight.
I think it doesn't have anything to get with the show, but it's almost like a public service announcement. There you go, I think, almost. Yeah, almost. So here we go.
Let's see.
Tonight's code, CC20GEDSET.
Oh, no, it's got something to do with tonight's show.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get set for Tarpon season!
There you go. So one more time, CC20GEDSET.
Yep.
I was thinking like go get your GED or something to that effect.
Captain's Cove, get set for tarpon season. Come get your lures at here.
See, exactly. Artificial.
Oh, damn it.
Got him. Got him.
Well, poo.
I knew you'd see the light.
Oh, man.
How did I get stuck with
I hate
artificial again?
artificial.
Well, I think I was talking to you one of these days. You were fishing Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, and you told me to use artificial. Blasphemy.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, blasphemy. You're like, because I told you the fish were biting. You said, well, try artificial. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Over my non-catching fish dead body?
Like that's going to help.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right, John. Wow. Holy
I hope they didn't
moly.
hear that. Did they hear that?
I heard it. I felt it. So, John, speaking of that, that's how you know you're getting old. When you can no longer control yourself. Oh, I think they heard it. Hold on, I almost feel like is it too late for the broom? Was it too late?
Yeah. What? Oh, God.
What?
See why we can't do live?
Mm-hmm.
Cut! Oh, no, wait! Don't cut!
We're gonna edit that and processing right there. And,
You damn monsters! Oh, God!
apparently his screen just got swollen. I don't understand what happened there.
What happened? Oh.
So, John, there's been a mighty wind as of late.
The odds of March! Oh.
There's been a mighty wind. And Shasta McNasty Fishing teamed up with Lickety Split Charters to run offshore on Friday of all days. And it was a little windy, to say the least. We could not hold ourselves on the trolling motor. We had to drop the old anchor. And you know how it is when you drop the anchor and you're trying to be in a very select spot. It took us at least 4 attempts to get in the vicinity we wanted to be.
Oh, man, that's real windy.
But we got there, and when we did, we started to catch some fish. My boys from Indiana right there, they said we're not scared of a little rain, or not rain, but they were wet. Let me put it that way. But they were scared of a little bit of wind, and we got out there. We got them on some nice sheepshead. Hogfish, caught a few mangroves, but the mangroves were all a little bit too small for the offshore size right there. But overall, other than the weather, I mean, it was a good day.
Got a lot of fish on the table.
It was, but
and then you got to use that Filletzall blade to clean those because ain't nothing else can do that.
I used the Filletzall blade.
There ain't nothing else available out there for that.
So it worked out really well. I took it off the bone, and Sam took it off the skin with a regular fillet knife.
Sam helped?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
We wanted to get these boys home.
Oh, yeah,
that
no
was
see-ems.
yeah. Well, and it was time. That was it was a long day, and them boys.
Long day.
Nobody got sick. I was proud of them. All from Indiana. You know, it's kind of flat over there. And I thought
that's a bonus plus.
We might have got 1 or 2 of them not feeling so well, but no, they all did well, and. It was slow ride out and slow ride back, but we got it done and got them on some fish. So
it's nice that they don't. I mean, because if they start feeling sick,
oh yeah,
and they get sick, that's a miserable day
is.
because the rest of them get to fish while you just sit there and go, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
That's a terrible feeling.
And then John, you went out there on Saturday, and you were flying solo And you've managed to catch a few fish right there. You know, these are what you kind of had pictured anyway.
What's that thing that looks like an alien?
I think that's a stingray, I think they call those. A lot of people call them a skate, you know?
Yeah, so I didn't catch that. That snook brought him in his mouth with him, yeah.
So was that the day I was telling you?
No,
You might wanna
no. I did
grow
better
artificial?
that. I did. Well, yeah, it was because I was solo that day, right?
So yeah.
Yeah.
So what you relayed to me is that you were going down, you saw
I saw tons of fish.
Yeah,
they wouldn't eat.
And not I mean, you saw sheep's head, you saw snook, you saw reds, you saw black drum,
everything.
You saw these fish, but you couldn't get them to eat, and you threw
everything.
As far as live bait went, you threw the
Shrimp.
kitchen sink at them.
I did everything. Mud minnows, mullet. They didn't want dead bait, cut bait, nah.
And what did Eric tell you?
Use artificial. I'm like, no. I mean, no.
You said you weren't built for that. I think
I'm
was
too
your
old
comment
for that. Yeah, Tyler's young. He can throw that artificial. John, not so young.
Oh, John, they're talking about your stink bait. Holy.
Bait shop is now barber shop.
Yep.
What? Barber? What does that mean? Bait shop is new barber shop? I don't get it. What am I missing on that? The barber shop?
I don't know. You know, barber
does that
shops
mean?
where everybody comes to
hang out?
hang out and do whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right.
I know how to cut hair. I can color your hair.
Yep. So there you go. So Rick's wanting Tyler tell him how to do it fast.
Yep. Tell Tyler to practice again, Rick, and show you how it's done.
Gotta love it. And then we got another Rick chimed in. Howdy, Rick. We see you on there. So 2 different Ricks there tonight. But yeah, lots of fun there. So you struggled.
Oh man, did I struggle!
Now, was it terrible? Well, I mean, it had to be windy where you were at because it was terribly windy where I was
getting
at.
blown away.
So I could tell you, I fished out of the Plantation on Saturday, and we went south. And we hit a couple of places on that outgoing tide where there was still some water up in the mangroves. I don't know that we got a bite. We went out, hit some of the outer islands, you know, looking for trout, doing whatever. We didn't get a bite. We come out to a well-known trout spot for a while, didn't get a bite. And then it was like, okay, we started getting some bites. So we probably lost a couple of trout. We finally caught a Spanish mackerel. When the tide started to turn and come in, we finally started to get some bites. And we missed some bites. We did get a nice redfish in the boat. So we did get a nice redfish for dinner. He did have it cooked up at the Plantation, and the pitcher, he said, you know, oh, Rick figured it out. That's 2 golden groupers in one night, John.
Rick took $1 too.
Yeah.
You're down.
Then I'm broke. I only had $1.75.
Oh, you owe Rick a quarter. You owe Rick a quarter.
There we go. So let's see. I lost my place. There we go. Boom. So there we go. So we got his fish there. He had 4 spots on him, two on each side. So I mean, it was nice keeper fish. But,
Yep.
Well, that was that was a long
day to get one keeper redfish.
Yeah, to that, and then again he liked Spanish mackerel, so got to keep the Spanish mackerel as well. But then you went out on Sunday with Missy, John.
Yep.
And again, I think you said it wasn't a spectacular day. You said it was very windy.
Yep.
Some of the pictures look very nice, and then some of them look a little wavy.
Hiding.
Yeah.
Every picture there is hiding. Because trust me, if I go around the corner, it's 3-4 footers.
But the fish pictured here kind of took the accumulation of a long period of time. Yeah. So yeah, that's Yeah. So I mean, we're in transition.
Yeah.
This is a transition month. These fish are confused on where to be. That front kind of pushed through. Temperatures dropped a little bit. You know, it's kind of, so, I mean, times are tough. I know you spoke with somebody that said they didn't catch anything this weekend, and that you you told them you didn't do that well as well, and they were like, they felt a little relieved.
Felt better.
I guess that it wasn't, it just wasn't them.
They literally told me they caught 40 catfish. I said, let me tell you something. I said, that's 40 more fish than I caught. I'd have took the 40 catfish, and I don't even say that.
Just
to
have something
pull on it.
Yeah, have something pull. Yeah.
It was
there we go.
Crazy.
And then, oh goodness gracious, three golden groupers in one night. Laura just took as well. She said we weren't going to look at Rick for long. Laura's going to be up there.
Laura.
Hey, you know what? As you said, they got one more device.
Oh, yeah. No.
He said 2 phones and a laptop.
Poor Tyler's paying for their stuff. That's Tyler doing that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Laura baited Tyler into another $1. Tyler doesn't realize that we paid Rick and Laura today to get Tyler to tip us. He ain't in on this yet.
Oh Lord. But John, we had the Playing Hooky Fishing Club boys out yesterday, and it was a terribly windy day. It was cold in the morning. It eventually warmed up. We looked for fish everywhere. We eventually got on some mangroves. After a long period, came back in the river, got on some more mangroves. Fish of the day was a big gar. I had forgotten my phone at the house. I couldn't take any pictures, but it's been tough. It's a tough transition. I've seen boats that were probably trying to make something happen, just really big boats for where they needed to be, just trying to make something happen. So, I mean, I know everybody is struggling right now. So it is tough. If you're not catching fish right now, it's probably not just you. It's, everybody's in the struggle right now. And we've talked about this before, the transition, months where these fish just don't know where to be, when to eat. You saw all kind of fish on your journey, and you couldn't get them to eat anything,
I don't know what to say.
The times are
April. That's what I say. April. Aries. As soon as these fish turn into Aries, they're going to start to eat, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So what's going on in the comments? I see that's hilarious.
Tyler said he was supposed to do $50 on the tip, but he screwed up. He ain't drunk yet enough.
No, he hadn't had enough
crown. Tyler, get a couple more crowns in you, buddy. Drink one on me. Here's to Tyler. No.
Oh, that's funny. All right, John.
Oh, man.
So let's do some spotted by here real quick.
I think Tyler's messing with them just as much as they're messing with him.
There we go. Speaking of Laura, and there's that
Laura.
chicken stick again right there. We spotted Laura. That's
a nice red.
We spotted Mr. Penny right
there.
With a
ditch pickle.
He's a smart one. That water doesn't look too windy.
That doesn't look so bad hiding in the Orange Lake.
Yep. And then Wyatt said, forget that fishing. You know what? I'm going to shoot me a turkey. I'm not going to go out and fish in that wind.
I don't blame that kid either on that deal.
So young Wyatt right there with a nice turkey. So there we go. That's your spotted by.
What kind of fish is that?
And that's definitely out of the norm. But, people
geez.
just they're just not doing, John.
No, it's not.
It's I don't blame you. I get paid to go out there and put up with the horrible conditions, but to go do it on your own, that's sadistic,
Go hunting for turkey. It's got to be better, right? They said.
Oh, well, I mean, you're not getting blown all over the place, up and down, up and down.
Did you see the picture of the guy that went hunting? He went hunting with his friend, and they were walking past the trail camera, and the third person in the trail camera. And he's like, well, there was only 2 of us hunting. And the third person in the trail cam is there, but he's see-through. And the sticks, you can see the sticks through the third person. So it was a ghost of somebody. But it was a hunter ghost.
A hunter ghost?
Yes, it was. He had plaid on.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
he's an old
school plaid.
Back when you
uniform.
could shoot things in plaid.
That's right. Back when you could hunt in plaid. But yeah, it's a wild picture, man. It's got him and his buddy walking to their stand, walking by the trail cam. Trail cam takes a picture. Third guy's in the picture is like, but we didn't have 3 people. We had 2 people. So yeah, that's an interesting one.
We just don't understand, John.
Yep. Well, he said, I can tell you this. His friend said that he's no longer going to hunt in the dark. He said, I'm going to walk to my stand in the morning. He said, in the light. He said, because I didn't like that.
Don't be scared.
He got a gun.
All right. Well, there we go. So, all right, John, let's do this right here. It's that time. We're going to talk about John's Nemesis. That old shiner right there. That
big piece of bait.
big old bait fish right there. Big old herring. We're going to talk about the
threadfin
tarpon.
herring.
Yep.
So just think about all those little tarpon they kill and feed to grouper offshore, because tarpon's nothing but a threadfin herring that's group.
Yeah.
So there's bait, there's boxes of tarpon right over here in the thing. And they say, oh my gosh, don't kill the tarpon. Well, you do it all the time. You use them for bait for grouper.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
I don't know.
But anyway, so I'm gonna start it. You want me to start it?
I would love to. It's your nemesis.
So Rick wanted to know about migration on tarpon and what they do. So tarpon migrate around the coast like this, and they go back up to Louisiana. They've been tagged as far up there, and then they come back down, and they do this loop. Well, during this loop, they go offshore to breed, and they come back into the coast. Now, tarpon prefer anywhere from 4 to 8 foot of water, I would say. They're a shallow water fish. They like the clear water because they have big eyes. They're able to see predators. They're able to see people. They're very, very, very attuned at any kind of movement or any kind of noise in the boat towards the water. That's why they like that clear water, because it pings and they can feel it. And that's why it's so hard to present a bait to a school of tarpon. Like say there's 10 tarpon. No. If you're trying to throw a fly to a tarpon, you got to be stealth, man. You got to get in front of them. You got to know where that school's going. You got to present a fly to them. You know, when you talk about fly fishing artificial, it's not an easy game in the clear water. Now, in the darker water, you can present a lot better bait opportunities because they can't see as well. Now, they can still hear you and still feel you and stuff like that. Now, tarpon prefer this time of year, April, 75 degrees. That's the number that I've seen is 75 degrees in the water temperature turns tarpon on extremely well. That's the time that they really start to eat. Now, there's already been a couple tailors have caught tarpon. They saw them, they fed a bait to them, and they ate, which is kind of odd. It's a little early, but they're here already. There's not as many here.
I did have a picture of Captain Will and Justin.
Yeah, they got a big one.
But I was just looking for it, and I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
But it was, you know.
That's more than likely what they've caught is a resident fish. Now, our resident tarpon, believe it or not, hang out here all year long. They go back up in the river. They'll go in deep holes. They'll hang out on the eddy. They'll come out when it comes time to get warmer, and you'll start to see the tarpon, which we're already starting to see that because we had a warm spell there.
Sure.
I've seen tarpon 4 or 5 months ago already when I was fishing up in the Barge Canal up in there. I saw a couple. They actually did feed. They were chasing ladyfish. Now, I don't know if they caught them or not, but they were eating on that day I saw them. It was a sunny day. It was high noon. I saw them. They ate. But tarpon love on their migration periods to stop in an area. So this Homosassa to the top of Wakasassa is a real good destination for tarpon. If you look at this part of the state and you go directly across the other part of the state, that also is a great destination for tarpon. So Daytona, New Smyrna Beach, up in there, Flagler, all that area there is also a good destination for tarpon because they ride the mullet run up and down the beaches. Totally different fishing over there because you're fishing sand and fish that stay over there and follow the pogies. Over here, our fish come offshore from having babies. They come back in and they follow the flats because the flats are where all our pinfish are, our mullet, and they can stalk pods of bait all the way down to the Keys. The Keys are where people go for fly fishing, live baiting. Boca is a #1 stop for tarpon because you've got the deep tarpon. Those tarpon are totally different. They can get 80 foot deep on you. Hard to fish them with artificial. They go down deep for using like a jigging type method. I've seen that. That's crazy. He done had way too much to drink.
Rich, now. That's somebody else.
Oh, that's Rich. Oh man, he's probably having a cocktail too.
Rich is making us rich.
Yeah, he's having a cocktail too. Good job, Rich. 4 golden groupers in one day. He had 2 crowns. Tyler, you better catch up. Rich is drinking you under the table, son. But tarpon are they're just a weird fish. Bill Nast has taken the time to learn these fish and where they go and all that, and he's just like the guru of what we have over here. Homosassa has one of the tarpon records on certain poundage and certain size. So we get some really big tarpon here. I've caught over here, I've caught 3. Over on the other coast, I've caught 2, and in Boca, I've caught 1. That's all the tarpon I've caught. I know a lot about him because of listening to Bill, because he's just a book of information. When me and Bill go fishing together, we don't have to catch fish. We just talk about tarpon, because he's been studying fish in this area for 20 years. Yeah, he knows these fish. He's probably met every one of these fish and some of their babies and sisters and grandfather. Those fish could probably say, yeah, I know Bill. But they're a fun fish. They're hard to catch. I mean, they're hard to hook. They're hard to land. You're not supposed to take them out of the water once they get up over 40, 50 pounds. You're supposed to leave in a certain inch. You're supposed to leave them in the water. You can take the small ones out, but you really don't have to. I mean, the pictures are nice. A lot of people get in the water and take pictures of them. I'm a live baiter. I use live mullet. Believe it or not, tarpon will hit a smaller bait quicker than they'll hit a bigger bait. Tarpon are so they're big fish, but they don't necessarily have to have a big bait for dinner. Xavier taught me that a white gulp, any kind of white slash bait, super shark hook, and give it to them, and then set the hook super hard, and you can land these small tarpon on those small baits. People fish for tarpon with flies. They're only this big, and a tarpon eats that dang thing. So they don't have to have this huge bait. They eat crab, mullet. Mud minnows, believe it or not, are a real good thing. And then your artificial, I'll let Eric handle that. But I'm a live baiter. Use a little small quart, put about 4 or 5 foot of fluorocarbon on there. You can use anywhere from 50-pound test braid on up to 80-pound fluorocarbon, 100-pound fluorocarbon if you're going for the bigger ones. And if you do hook one, 2 hour, 2.5 hours, 3 hour fight. Even with some big tackle, those tarpon in this river can just go up and down the river. And if you let them have you give them any at all, they get a rest, and you start seeing bubbles come up, they're resting. They're going to do it all over again. Me and Tyler fought. I drove Tyler around for a good 45, 50 minutes before that fish finally wore through the fluorocarbon. It was heartbreaking. It was a huge fish, 150, 200 pounds. Tyler threw up a bait. It hit it, took off with it, and I got everything pulled up, drove Tyler around. Dale and Denise happened to see us fight that fish. It was incredible. And I see why people like them, because of the fight, but am I a tarpon guy? No, we'll just be honest. I just know a little bit about them because of all the wealth of knowledge Bill taught me.
Well, it's your nemesis for a reason.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've done the everything right and not had a result. No result on several occasions. So I mean, that's how finicky these fish could be. Right. Now, can you go to an area where you know that they clean fish on a regular basis, put a carcass on, throw it right there, catch it? Yes. Can you do it, where you're away from that? That's a whole different ball game. So, I mean, you have nightmares about this fish for a reason. That's you've had them have it, spit it. You've had them dance with it for a while, spit it. You've had a lot of situations where you kind of felt like you did everything right, bow to the king, all that, and spit it. These fish, if you get one, you either got really lucky, you did something right, or it's just years of experience of doing it over and over and over again. Yeah. So these fish are kind of entertaining. But John,
I did get the Grand Slam with you that day. You did.
Yeah,
the first trout. The first fish of the day, I caught a trout. The second fish of the day, I got the snook. The third fish I got was red. Now, these were all big fish. Then I got the little tarpon, and me and Eric had already missed. I mean, I'll bet you I missed that day 10 before I hooked one and caught this little guy and got a super slam with all 4 of those fish, which was amazing for me. And Eric was with me that day that happened, but it's not easy to do.
No. So let's see here. There were a couple of questions that we wanted to address. Let's see here. I just try to find them again. All right, David wants to know, are the tarpon going to stay here to avoid the red tide down south? So, tarpon ain't scared. They'll go out offshore, swim around all that. So will they stay up here versus down there? No, they'll migrate. They'll do their migration pattern. John talked about the residential fish. We do have fish that live in this river.
Yeah,
that's
they don't leave.
And Bill knows them all by name. So we will have the migration come through here. It will do what it normally does. Again, it is a little bit early to see this much tarpon activity already.
Probably because of the red tide.
But it could be the red tide. It could be what we're going to have a really warm summer. It's hard to say. Yep. So,
but yeah, tarpon can breathe. So the difference of fish and red tide killing them, red tide takes oxygen out of the water. Well, a tarpon can come up and breathe air, go back down. So he can swim through that red tide, get offshore away from that red tide, and then make his move to where he's going to hit. Fish are resilient. People think, oh my gosh, all these fish are dead, red tide, we're never going to have any fish anymore. Wrong. No, that's never been the way that's worked. Red tide's been around since this. If they were keeping, like, it happened in the 1700s all the time, long before anybody moved here, long before anybody had like runoff or fertilizer. I mean, I'm sure that helps the algae bloom or whatever. This is a natural occurring thing that happens, and people don't want to believe that. They want to use it in politics, but that really doesn't have anything to do with it. I've had it happen on ponds before on farms where there's nowhere near anything in it, and the whole pond dies. It's a natural occurring thing. But those tarpon can breathe. So they'll come up, breathe, they'll get out of there, they'll leave, migrate up here. So this year may be a phenomenal year because of that big algae bloom that's coming. We may have a lot more tarpon up here this year. Who knows? Yeah. Or they may go south to the Keys. They can go either way.
So Kev Dog says can't take 40-inch or greater out of the water.
There
so
you go.
Just confirming what you said earlier about a mixed match size, but he confirmed it right there.
You can buy a tarpon tag and kill the fish, but there's really... Okay, so I can't say people don't eat tarpon because down in the islands they eat tarpon.
Yep.
They eat every kind of fish, so you can't say that tarpon tastes bad because I talked to 3 or 4 people down there that said, "Oh, tarpon's just fine." But here we're sportsmen. We let the tarpon go. Some people take a scale as a memento or get a fiberglass mold made of one, but they're just a hard fighting fish that you have to take care of. Once you land that fish, you'll really want to revive him real good, but you want to be careful. When you get in the water with a tarpon, what likes to eat tarpon? Sharks.
Hammerheads.
And if you don't think for 1 second that standing in the water with a tarpon head or tarpon might get you in trouble, it can get you in trouble real quick. So taking those photos with tarpon in the water, be advised. Be very careful. If you're going to do that, do it quick. Get the heck out of that water because it can happen in shallow water. So that's a tip right there. I had a shark come around me one day with one, so be very careful.
Thomas says he was in Boca last week and hooked a 6-footer on a 4-inch sand trout.
That's right. See, isn't that crazy? I mean, the smallest of baits can catch the biggest of tarpon,
Yeah. So there we go. All right, there we go. So lots of good comments in there. Sam says, "Let's go tarpon fishing."
If you want to go, I'll take you out there. But I don't want to hear any of this complaining. We're not catching none because that's what I do best.
So, John, question for you, particular right here.
Go
Thomas
ahead.
and Cindy want to know: can you confirm if there are tarpon around the Cross Florida Barge Canal?
Yes. 100%. Yes.
I'll second that.
Yes.
So there we go.
So, Thomas and Cindy, if you guys want to hook a tarpon, all you need is about a 6 or 7 inch long mullet. While you're fishing for your other fish you're fishing for, just leave that live mullet out on a small cork. Yeah. Let him sit out there, circle hook, and the tarpon will hook himself. Grab the rod and fight him if you want to do that. That's a very simple way to get one done. Will it happen on the first 10, 12 tries? Probably not. But there's that 11th try where that hook gets set in the top of his snout, and when it gets there, you've got a 55, 60% chance of landing one if he's not like a bruiser.
Sure.
If you don't hook him there, you've probably got a 25, 30% chance of landing one. They are brutal, and good luck.
Good luck on you.
Oh, man.
There we go. All right, John. Well, I hope everybody's happy. They, might have learned a little bit about the old herring this evening.
It's a different kind of fish for different people. Eric, I'll call up Eric and go, hey, you want to go tarpon fishing? Eric go, do. You've reached Eric with Shasta McNasty Fishing. Please leave your message and I'll call you back. Like, I was just talking to you. No, you weren't. That's my machine. Beep.
Oh, there we go. All right, John, we've got to the end of another one here. Why don't you show everybody at home what we're going to give away tonight if they answer the right question?
All right, so you're going to get a bag of Jim's Jigs.
Yep.
A coupon for Salt Life.
A coupon.
And a cool new pair of airheads.
Airhead glasses from Captain's Cove Outfitters.
And, oh, wow.
Pretty snazzy.
I'm not going to lie to you.
So the cool thing about these shades, John, is they float. So if you happen to lose them, they fall off your face or whatever into the water.
They're not going to the bottom.
They float. So how about them apples, huh?
I'm here to tell you these are pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. That's high definition.
Oh, it's the high definition glasses?
Yeah, these are HD, baby. Take a look through those.
What's our price on these?
I don't know. I don't see a price. Yeah, they're so new they haven't even been priced yet.
I guess Andrew needs to get the price gun out.
Yeah,
but I imagine
that's how new they are.
Yeah, they're.
But wow, yeah.
But they're,
did you
but
look
they're
at
light.
Them? Did you look? Oh, they're light. They're comfortable too.
No.
High def. They're nice. Got great lenses on them.
I can look at the lights.
Yes. Bright light.
And what's your phone sitting on there, John?
Oh, and
all the way from Kev Dog.
From Kev Dog. After the second round, or no, this was before the first round. You had to be there. You had to be there to understand what we're talking about. The Blackwater Fishing and Social Club koozie.
There you go.
So these airheads are nice. I mean, comfortable, smooth, good-looking lens. They float.
I had not tried them in prior to. They are very light.
Very light. And they very light, so and they float.
All right.
So there you go. Tarpon glasses, like Kev Dog says.
So we have got we got to get on the right page. I see that Denise.
Casey said they're cheap. They're $3.99 if you get the answer right.
That's right.
There you go.
Ooh, and do we got a doozy tonight, John? So Denise has already counted forwards and backwards. Yeah. Dan even took it further. So
Denise,
these people
can you do it in
these
French?
These people are ready to go.
Yeah, Denise, can you do the countdown in French?
We won. We two. We three. We four. We five. So as usual, we're going to take the first 5 right answers we
All right,
see.
I'm ready to draw here. Let me see.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
somebody.
They're blank.
And
right
the
now.
winner is. Oh man, we got nothing.
So we're going to take the first 5 right answers we see. Write your name down. Throw them in the old bucket right here.
This is a great question tonight about tarpon too.
It
so
is.
Y'all better be ready.
Yep. And we're going to draw for for the wiener. Yep. There we go. So y'all know how we do. This ain't the first time we've done this.
I've even given them a hint already.
Clues. All right.
Hey Siri.
Yep. Let's see how suave these are, because we'll start to answer or ask, and we'll start to see the answers come up.
Yeah.
So all right. So, talking about upcoming fish, John. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. According to the FWC in Florida State waters, what is the minimum size limit for cobia? This is a to the fork measurement. So
that's not a question about tarpon.
It is not.
You lied.
So according to the FWC in state waters, what is the minimum size limit for cobia? It is a to the fork measurement. So let's see here. Let's see how many people are right and wrong.
All right, you got...
Dude, they're coming in 1 billion miles an hour, so I'm going to have to scroll up here. Let's see. I don't know. We got it. Yeah, so let's see. So we got one. Let's see. Boy, some of these folks were on the ball.
Some of them are breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
We got a few lawbreakers on here.
Let's see. Oh, yep. That's. Oh man, a couple of lawbreakers.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
got
that.
a few lawbreakers.
And we need one more. Look at that. Some of them are guessing twice. That's just wrong.
That's just quick guessers. Breaking the law.
All right. So for those playing at home, John, what is the correct answer?
36 inches.
36. It used to be 33, and we had some. There's some 33s in there, but
He advised this year for cobia, 36 inches now. They got to be pretty darn big.
so that's a big cobia.
So you need a big net so you don't gaff him and kill him. You got to be careful because as they do this, these fish look big when you catch them, and they're not that big.
So Captain's Cove
overall length.
does have some jumbo cobia nets up in here now.
Be careful
So-
sticking them with a gaff because
There you
that
go.
kills them.
But so the state limit is now the same size as the offshore limit. So it's 36 inches
Across
to the
the board.
fork. Yep, there we go. So let's see who was first with the correct answer. And going in the bucket is Casey, Kev Dog, Tyler, Karrie, and Denise.
Nice.
There we go. All right. So that was some, and I was surprised because those came through like immediately. I thought maybe
right.
we would have thrown the
I
curveball.
tried to throw 'em off with,
Saw some more 33s, but we did not.
Oh, somebody answered 12 different fish in a turkey.
12 different fish in a turkey. So
That's kind of funny.
well, that's Dale paying attention.
That's right. That's right. Our tailors pay attention. All right, go ahead and draw one.
Is the FWC still giving $50 for the cobia carcass? The cobia carcass?
No, they're giving, actually, it's $50 for the skunk carcass. You've got to pick it up off the side of the road and take it to a bag and then put it in your car and take it to them. That's $50.
So Casey, there was a program that they did that last year. I cannot confirm nor deny that that still is a thing, but they were doing something along those lines last year. And I think it was even more than $50, to be honest with you. I thought it was 100.
Yeah, I thought it was 100 too.
But all right, mixing them up. Jesus Christ, trying to get
Just one out of there.
Well, I'm trying to find just one.
Oh,
That's,
what'd you do with them? You
all
put them
right.
in there, right?
They
I
are
see them in there.
All right,
Yeah,
John.
they're in there.
Let's see. All right, tonight's winner is
Captain Caveman.
Underdog. No, it's Kev Dog.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking of. Not Captain Caveman.
So, Captain Caveman. So, congratulations, Kev Dog. You
Kev
are
Dog's got
tonight's-
him a new pair of airheads.
He's going to see if he can see some tarpon with him.
Woo! He can report back to us how good they are.
So there we go. All right. Well, congratulations, Kevin. We appreciate that. So, all right. There we go. So, John, always interesting on Weeby Tailin.
I'm telling you.
You never know where you're going to go. You never know where the wind's going to blow.
Live bait.
Artificial.
We'll finish this when this is over.
Yep. Well, it'll start the same way it finished.
He got a cookie too.
Who got a cookie?
Kev Dog.
He's got a cookie?
I guess he does. He says he does.
Nice.
Oh, a koozie. Oh, he won his own koozie
There he
back.
goes. Well, the good thing is we can probably give it away next week.
That's
as well.
right. Give it away. Give it away.
Give it away. So, all right, John, you ready for this?
And what time next week? 8 o'clock.
Yes, 8 o'clock next week, John. All
Yep.
right.
All right, we're ready.
Weeby Tailin is brought to you by Shasty McNasty Fishing,
Captain Cove Outfitters.
Knotty Tails,
Jim's Jigs.
Filletzall Blades,
Aquatic Nutrition.
yep, Plash Lights,
Karrie's Custom Rods.
yep, Bonnie with State Farm.
Caddycan for the trash.
There you go, Native Nautical Mailboxes,
Yeah, Salt Life.
Power Pole.
Sea Bass Welding.
There you go. All right, we'll see everybody next week. Peace out.